Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 2 between WFZ and Th000. Th000 has spawned as the blue human player over here on what I'll call the 8 o'clock position of Twisted Meadows. Meanwhile, over here on the top right, we have WFZ spawning as the red Undead. Now, this is a rather large map with a lot of locations for expansion, so no big surprise that, well, after game number 1, we are moving on to game number 2 in a place where Th000 can really play his strategy, try to bunker down, and outlast and outmine his opponent. Now, you may say that it is a bit unfair that human players can establish expansion so easily compared to the Undead, and that would actually be an accurate assessment. Human players have a much easier time building expansions than Undead players compared to all of the other races. And that is just the natural makeup and breakdown of this game. The fact that the Undead base is rather difficult to attack, where your main town hall building can deal damage, your farms are naturally fortified with high amount of hit points and can also be upgraded to fight, and your lumber harvesters are also your basic melee unit. Well, it gives Undead a little bit of an advantage when fighting at home. But home, as many people will find out, is difficult to move around, as we are now looking here in game number 2. Tomb of Relics has been placed down as well. We are looking at a graveyard as well, so we are expecting to see, well, a bit of defensive defend on Footman later on, if game number 1 is any indicator. Meanwhile, Archmage already out on the field after the speed building on that Altar of Kings, and now drops a second water elemental in order to get in a little bit more damage. Alright, it looks as though, yeah, that rock golem will get taken down. Tome of Strength plus True Shot Aura, not the item he was really looking for, but hey, it does give additional damage to that water elemental and to that Archmage. So every little bit helps at this stage in the game, as we should be looking at a scout farm being placed down by the Goblin Laboratory by this peasant here, as the units now make their way around. Acolyte stuck across here. Did he find his opponent? I'm not 100% sure. Meanwhile, Death Knight now doing a bit of creeping against these gnolls here, looking to finish off the 2 overseers, or 2 wardens, before taking down the gnoll overseer. Death Knight doing what he does best right now, and that is absorbing a lot of damage for his team, as you see the gnoll overseer just bashing away on some of those skeletal minions. Archmage is sitting at level 2 rather comfortably, water elemental being left behind, as we see, well, skeletal minions and the Death Knight still wandering around looking for his opponent. Archmage is going to finish off this skeletal minion very easily. There it goes, giving a last bit of experience once more. Alright, it looks as though the Death Knight could have gotten that last shot off there. Not 100% sure. Archmage, did it get to level 3? No, it did not, as the water elementals are still, well, splashing around over here on the southern portion of the field. Now, I am expecting Th000 to call militia over here in just a moment and bring over a large amount of peasants to try and expand at this, what I'll call 7 o'clock location. Now, you can see that WFZ is purposely trying to position himself in a way where new units will come across right there, and when that does in fact happen, he should be able to intercept them just a bit. Now he's going to be venturing forth a little bit too much, and now he has to deal with a little bit of a pincer attack. Militia and lots of them ready to run down here, and the Death Knight, all he can hope to do is try and delay this tactic. Water elementals are ready. Archmage is over here as well. There is the attack, and when you outnumber your opponent that much, there is that death coil. There goes one Forest Troll Trapper, as the Ogre Lord or the Ogre Warrior may get taken down. Death Knight gonna go for it and gets the steal as well. Large bit of experience stealing once again, as the Death Knight gets another steal. Is he gonna get the last Ogre Magi? No, he does not. Claws of Attack plus 9 given to the Archmage, as the Footmen are going to be forced to try and defend here. A lot of peasants here getting lost, and this was a high risk, high reward strategy. Lots of units were lost for Th000, and Th000 also ended up giving a good amount of experience to the Death Knight. He is now halfway almost to level 3. As we now take a look back off to the north, A Lich should be joining him in just a moment. Sitting at almost 600 gold. He has not trained anything for over a minute now. Getting up that Lich and perhaps getting up that Slaughterhouse would be the exact perfect follow-up. There you go, there you go. Lich and Slaughterhouse is ready, as a Null Overseer will end up getting taken down here, dropping, well, we'll see what it drops here in just a second. Death Knight, a hop, skip, and a jump away, not realizing how close he is. Is he going to be able to come in with the steal? No, he is not. There it goes. Item picked up by the Death Knight, though. Item steal. Though asleep at the wheel, not realizing that the Death Knight is right there, as we now see skeletal minions trying to wander around, making sure that there is in fact an expansion here. One arcane tower and one arcane tower only separating these two, as the Archmage, is he going to sell any items? No, just picking up Boots of Speed and now ready to wander around. Crypt Fiends now looking to engage. Ogre, Stone Golem now fighting back as well. Ogre Warriors are here. They're going to be able to deal some damage through and through, as the Footman now coming across and may be able to hijack this. This is potentially a problem. Death Knight is in trouble. Potion of Invulnerability. Is it going to be used? Down to 161. We do have Boots of Speed, and the Death Knight is taking far too much damage right now, as the Skeletal Minion does get picked off right there. All right. Trying to stutter step enough to finish off that Death Knight. Death Knight now down to 92 hit points. Did have a Potion of Invulnerability, but I am sure he would have rather refrained from using it until a more critical juncture happens. Now, Tho once again being rather aggressive instead of defensive during his expansion opportunity. He knows that his opponent, well, his opponent purposely stopped upgrading to tier 2, so he perhaps was expecting this, knowing that at some point he may have to try and train up more acolytes. There are some obsidian statues being trained up as well. Nerubian towers. What's going to be happening next? Death Knight is in trouble, down to 175 hit points. Death Coil goes down. Ghouls could get taken down as well. There goes one ghoul. Archmage is in trouble, down to 249 hit points. There's the Scroll of Town portal, as you now see the water elementals trying to track and finish off another unit. All right. Teleporting back down to the south here, Archmage is ready to go, ready to lead the charge. Militia are down over here as well. Are they going to be able... What happened? What are they going to be able to pick off any units, as the Footman could have gotten in harm's way to try and stop some of this pathing? Footman now with defense. Skeletal Minion's going to get picked off, but it is not going to give any additional experience, as the Lich mows down another poor Footman. All right, Skeletal Minions coming in from the right, from the side here. Death Knight now coming back in from the north, using that Unholy Aura to get a safe retreat, as the Obsidian statues now arrive to the party. The Obsidian statues do deal additional damage, but that is not what they are there for. They are there to bring a healing party, and are they going to be able to keep this army alive? It looks so, and so now, well, backing off, hoping against hope that he's able to fend off this next attack without suffering too many casualties. Guard towers are already ready. Level 1 masonry upgrade is done. Much better position than we were in game number 1 already, as the Lich now looking to focus down some of these Footmen may be able to finish off a Lich. Are we going to see a Death Coil? Death Knight, there goes a Death Coil onto the Archmage. Archmage takes the damage. Death Knight may end up getting surrounded. Potion of Invulnerability could be used, but the Obsidians, oh, there's a Frost Nova Death Coil on the Archmage, and a reversal of fortune, a twist of fate suddenly puts Tho behind the 8-ball. Footmen now looking to just, I guess, outweight that Potion of Invulnerability. They have nowhere to go. Lich off to the side in a little bit of trouble. Where are they going to be traveling to next, as the Lich gets to level 2? Archmage resurrected. Clarity Potion, Healing Salve running over, and the Death Knight, well, currently has some mana, but perhaps wants to save that mana for the Lich if push comes to shove. Mountain King nowhere to be found, as we are still upgrading to tier 2. And now that, well, Goblin Shredder knows it needs to get out of a rather bad situation. All right, Arcane Tower there. Mountain King not yet being trained. More guard towers being added. Level 1 masonry upgrade is the only one available right now. What is the Archmage doing? Archmage is hiring the Panda instead. And, well, using the motto, if you can't win with brute force, consider you are not using enough. and is gonna instead engage after clearing out this Forest Troll Warlord creep camp. All right, I guess this is the Undead army going to pound sand. They are using piercing damage to try and take down a building. That is rather difficult, as we see a manual of health now picked up. All right, Archmage is sitting at level 3. Belt of Giant Strength should be given to the Panda. Panda sitting at level 1 would get an additional 150 hit points, 6 additional damage, or keep it on the Archmage, hoping that it can absorb a little bit more focus fire and nuking. All right, continuing this attack here. Guard towers taking a lot of damage. There goes one. Another guard tower going to get taken down. There goes 2. As the Lich is getting a little bit of experience. Back across over here, Obsidian statues, or Destroyer form now going to be done here. Water Elementals, well, Destroyer form's now done, and we're going to see the Devour Magic coming across here in just a moment. 40 mana, and we are still fighting our way through. Footman now just running and getting out of high water, knowing that that Destroyer will literally destroy them in a moment's notice. Boots of Speed now given to the Panda. Archmage now moving as quickly as that Panda now, as a Death Coil goes down and mows down some trailing units there. All right, Lich doing a great job. We are upgrading the castle. Level 2 masonry upgrades are done. More towers are being added. And what is one to do at this point and stage in the game? Panda is at level 2 maximum mana, and we are still looking at all of these units just taking far too much damage again. All right, are they going to be able to retreat? Are we going to see a Drunken Haze or anything like that to prevent a big, easy run? And the Panda now, Footman could use Defend, could reflect back some damage. Instead, are just going to hide back across here. Archmage dropping Water Elementals, ready to push from the other side. We do have Book of Retraining ready to use. Destroyers could Devour Magic and take that down at a moment, as the Book of Retraining should be used to blizzard down all of these Crypt Fiends. All right, units are now looking to back off here. Footmen trying to hide every which way. Are they too far? Are they too deep? Archmage still has the Book of Retraining ready to go. Is it going to drop a Water Elemental? No, it is not, as the Archmage now needs to run back. Still not getting any additional Goblin Shredders. More attacks coming underway. Arcane Tower being added as well. This is going to be very, very difficult to try and push just far too much piercing damage and magic damage to try and easily push out bases. All right, there's the Blizzard, and the Blizzard on all of these units all of a sudden changing where exactly these Crypt Fiends can engage freely. Flying machines also being added as well. Is the Blizzard going to continue to rain down? Yes, it is. Blizzarding faster than the Obsidian statues can heal them, as they are just outside of range right now. All right, Blizzarding again. There you go. More units are being pushed around back and forth. Death Knight could try and venture forth, but it is not, as we are still in a bit of a trading war, seeing who can use their range more effectively. Flying machines slowly getting amassed back up. Panda now looking to back off. Death Coil going down on the Archmage. Archmage not taking that much damage, looking very strong. More Blizzard and a Breath of Fire goes down. Farms are slowly being picked apart. We are looking at 37 over 42 supply right now, as the flying machines should reach critical mass shortly. Blizzard still raining down on all of these units. We do have a castle, but no Paladin for Holy Light yet, as we may see the Death Knight. A Breath of Fire, is it going to finish off? Yes, one Crypt Fiend does go down, but that is a lot of Blizzard in order to try and take down only one Crypt Fiend so far. Flying machines, are they going to be ready to go? That is the big follow-up question next. Panda now continuing back around. Destroyers, Dark Ranger now being added. Black Arrows, Silence is going to be the word of the day, if Silence actually had word of the day. Clarity Potion now being used in the backfield, as well as the castle is just taking damage with no real reason, rhyme, or purpose. All right, there you go. Bit of a push. Flying machines now trying to come back around. There is no Frost Nova. Quick webs as all of a sudden destroyers are going to be in a little bit of problem and having a little bit of trouble. Breath of Fire going across. You can see meat wagons being added in to try and solve some of those issues here as the flying machines still going after the destroyers off to the north. Meanwhile, back down south, Web now continuing to come in. Death Coil lands on the destroyer, saving it as the flying machines are still trying to catch up to all of those units. All right, are we going to see some more webs? Yes, we are, as the flying machines are now trying to engage back again, chasing after all of those units. Footmen getting just mowed down once more, and it looks like the meat wagons are going to finish off the remainder of those flying machines. This is not looking good for Tho at all. WFZ is in dominant control as we now finally have a Paladin to round out that trifecta. All right. Meat wagons, the one thing that you need in order to take down buildings, and that is what he's got. Back across here, triple, what is this? Oh, mass siege engines. If at first you don't succeed, well, just save up for those siege engines. Extremely difficult to take down. As you know, they have fortified armor. Meat wagons are in play, ready to go. Silencing as well. Where is that Paladin, or where is that silence going to be coming across? There's a Breath of Fire. Are we going to see a silence? The Blizzard not hitting that last unit there. That Holy Light finishes off a Crypt Fiend. And, wow, nice use of Holy Light aggressively as the meat wagons are attacking and attempting to take down the peasants. All right. More Blizzard raining down once again. There is a silence across all three heroes. Are we going to get a Holy Light onto that panda? We should be getting that in just a moment. But the disease cloud still causing problems as all the units still back off to the north. All right. Attacking the ground, dealing damage to the towers, dealing damage to the peasants who happen to be nearby. Siege engines, however, ready to go the other side and now coming across to finish off some of these buildings. Siege engines, incredibly difficult to take out as the Archmage is back across over here, engaging once again. Siege engines, they are going to get countered back again. Meanwhile, Panda's coming out the other way. Breath of Fire, Paladin is in a little bit of trouble. What's going to be happening as the Crypt Fiends are now pushing back again? All right, Crypt Fiends continuing the battle. It looks as though the castle is going to be under siege. Back across over here, Siege Engine number 1 and 2 have been destroyed, but Siege Engine 3 and 4 bringing up the rear as we see double slaughterhouses countering the strategy. WFZ, no fool to the game, knowing exactly what Tho's long-term game plan was and bringing the counter to the counter right at the very start. Paladin now joining in on the fight as well. We do have, well, a possible Holy Light, or not, well, not Holy Light, Potion of Invulnerability right there as the units are still engaging again. Meat wagons getting destroyed here. Panda getting a Breath of Fire off. Is this meat wagon going to get taken out? There goes a Blizzard, and there it goes, getting taken out. Archmage now in trouble. Is he going to get surrounded? Yes, he is. One ghoul. He is stuck between, well, a slaughterhouse and a slaughterhouse. Now teleporting back home. All right, a one-way ticket home. All expenses paid with that Scroll of Town portal, only to see that it's getting infested by spiders. Lich now sitting at level 3. Dark Ranger not using the silence as I expected, as aggressively as he thought it would, as we now see another Blizzard combination. Crypt Fiend could get taken down there. There it goes. No burrow in time as the unit's now looking to back off. Only one Crypt Fiend, and that is now going to be an issue. With only one Crypt Fiend, all of a sudden, the flying machines are going to be a potential issue, and they do have the ability to attack ground. All right, True Shot Aura adding in a little bit of additional damage as well. Flying machines may try and reposition here. Paladin needs a Clarity Potion. There it goes, finally gets one. And one more in the bank just in case. As you see, the castle is still once again under very strong attack. All right, 5. Count them, 5 siege engines now ready to push. You see a strong counterattack there as Obsidian Statue now taken out. Death Knight now back home trying to save, but you can see the pressure, the sheer amount of damage being done. Is the Archmage even there? No, Archmage is not there. Could actually do a little bit of extra damage. One Siege Engine apparently not getting the memo that it should be attacking a different target. More meat wagons being added, and it looks as though Black Citadel will get taken down. Black Citadel now down. Are we going to perhaps finish off some more slaughterhouses, just taking down building after building with these highly inefficient trades? But if you have the extra gold, why not do it? All right, still trading a bit better here. Archmage is in position. Are we going to see Blizzard now rain down once more? Flying machines are here, ready to go, and now ready to start poking apart more of these units. Meat wagons going after all of these units here. Flying machines going to finish off a destroyer, and I believe that is going to be the GG. A base race at this point where you have more buildings. Yeah, trying to get into a land war with Russia or a base race with Tho. I don't know who is going to be in a worse situation. Paladin sitting at 300 hit points, running for his dear life. No Staff of Sanctuary. A holy light onto the Archmage, as the Paladin will most likely get taken out. But what? No, he's able to escape. Back off to the north here. Flying machines now dropping bombs on all of these buildings. Paladin, Panda, Breath of Fire, Paladin back long enough, and there is the GG. Tho takes game number 2 in a war of attrition. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.